everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. And today we will be talking about the TRIO Learning Community Program at NJCU. Plus, we'll be also be talking about how to prepare for midterm exams. My name is John Ramos, your main host.
And I am Nicole Nina. I am the co-host.
And today we will be having a very special guest who is an expert and quite literally the most amazing person within the TRIO Learning Community Program here. Please welcome Stephanie Barbano.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Hi, guys. Hello, my friends.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself here. What is your role here at New Jersey City University?
So I am the program counselor here at TRIO. I'm your guys' advisor as well. And so pretty much I'm the program counselor. I'm the advisor. Anything that has to do with registration, enrollment, questions about school, college, all of the above. That's who I am in my program.
What is the program like?
So, okay. TRIO is a federally funded program. As you guys know, in order to be eligible for it, you have to be either a first-generation student, an income-eligible student, or a student who has disabilities and is registered with the Office of OSS, Specialized Services. We try to recruit students who are freshmen or sophomores so we could see them all the way out to graduation. We could only, because of the federal regulations, take U.S. citizens, U.S. residents. And we try to take students that need us, right? That have a need. And so what we do on campus is support our students. So our students come to us for registration, come to us for their major requirements, their curriculum, their graduation plan, anything that has to do with college, internships, studying abroad, financial aid. We answer all the questions. We're a support service on campus where we have a little home away from home, especially for our commuter students. We have a lounge. We have a computer lab. We have everything in our office is free because of our grant. We're able to give everything for our students free. Our school supplies, color paper, color ink, anything you could think of. We have events and workshops on campus. We have trips, right? We have our leadership retreat in the summer that you guys have already been to. And yeah, so what we're there for is just to assist our students. You guys can follow us on NJCU_TLC. If you feel like you're eligible and you can come apply. The process is that if you're eligible, you apply. You interview with us, like a get to know you kind of questions. You have to hand in your parents' tax documents if you're under the age of 24. And then Christina and I, the director, she and I sit down and determine eligibility. If you're eligible, then Jeremiah, our program assistant, will reach out to you and send you your conditional acceptance letter. And then, you can be part of the program and take advantage of everything we have to offer.
To join the TLC program as well, though. But what do you think is the difference between being in OSP and the TLC? Because I know you mentioned that it is a federally it is a federal funded program. So
yeah. So it is. It's a federally funded, meaning that we are under the Department of Education in Washington. And under the Department of Education, there's the umbrella of TRIO. And under the umbrella of TRIO, there's many programs that consist of middle school, high school, and then we are the college program, which is SSS, Student Support Services. And so we are federally funded, so that's the difference between state funded and federal, right? Like the national government and then the state, which is New Jersey.
Yes.
Which is what funds you guys, right? Like OSP, EOF is funded through the state of New Jersey. Okay. And but in reality, major differences might be like the application process might be just eligibility, let's say. I think to be an OSPOF, you have to live here in New Jersey, right? So different things like that are a little different, but other than that, we do pretty much the same thing.
Okay, all right. So we'll be talking about how to prepare for midterms because we are in the middle of midterm exam season.
Yes, such a scary season.
Yeah, because I know that taking midterms exams can be very, very stressful. So my question for you is, what's the biggest mistake you see students do when they are trying to prepare for the midterm exams?
Okay, good question. So, I don't think you guys are going to have a problem with it, right?
No.
My students,
Oh.
that we cram, we don't communicate with our professors, we procrastinate, we wait until the last minute, we don't get our questions answered while we're in class, and then we wait until the day before to ask our professors and then wonder why our professors don't respond, right? So those are little things that we just don't prepare. We're not confident in our exams, we're not confident in our work and our research papers and whatever the case may be, because we're not doing it in advance. We're not going to the tutoring center or the writing center to get it edited and proofread for free, right? So I think those are major or common issues that students have with midterm preparations or even preparations for finals, is doing things last minute. You guys can attest to that if it applies. If it does not apply, then it is what it is. But for most students out there, I see that's the problem.
The norm. How early do you think preparation should start then?
Thank you for asking. I believe that if you want to be 100% prepared, whether it's a presentation, whether it's your final exam, a midterm exam, you need to do it in advance. So that, what does that entail? It entails coming out of class and reviewing at home or in your dorm rooms that week, that weekend, reviewing the following week, reviewing each time you're getting out of class, so that way you guys are retaining the information. If you study before bed the night before, the night before the exam, it's not really going to be as helpful as it is studying consistently throughout the semester or before that exam.
Right.
That is true.
I think.
Yeah.
Right. And how important is self-care during this season?
Yes. Well, as you guys know, I'm a mental health therapist. So I'm an LPC, a licensed professional counselor here in the state of New Jersey. And I tend to share with you guys positive affirmations, mindfulness techniques, right? Self-care, like all of that's important. Maybe sign up for a yoga class, maybe sign up for a swimming class. So that way you guys have a balance. And I think that with self-care, it means being able to balance, right, all aspects of life. So we have the mental, emotional, physical, social, spiritual, relationships, all of the above. And if we're trying to balance everything well, then everything is going to go well academically, right? And so self-care could mean anything, like getting some sleep. Get some 7 to 8, 9 hours of sleep, drinking water, eating regular meals, right? What else? Going to the gym.
That's what I'm going to be doing, though. So.
Going to therapy. And JCU also offers free therapy for students on campus. So going to the counseling center, going to workshops and events that help you distract you, right? Maybe TLC events that help distract you from what's going on, from everything that's happening in the world and life, in school. You can go and distract yourself with a cute little arts and crafts workshop, whatever it may be, friendship making, Halloween, pumpkin carving, whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay, so many students struggle with procrastination, right? So what advice would you give them to help them out to stay consistent with studying?
Okay, so anxiety, right, will lead to procrastination, and then procrastination will lead to anxiety. So how do we get out of that cycle, right? So I think that we have to organize ourselves, time management, have a planner. There's academic coaches in TLC, I'm sure in OSP, in the library, and different resources on campus. Procrastination. We want to, again, if we're well physically, we're going to be well emotionally, and then that leads to eventually being well academically. And if we know that we are trying our best to do everything we need to do on time, so we're not cramming the night before, so that we're not, pulling an all-nighter. I know that people say that they work well under pressure. I get it. I understand. I was once a college student too. But it's like, do I want to work well under pressure, procrastinate, and get a B? Or do I want to breathe, be at ease, and get an A?
Exactly.
you know? But I get it. I know that in the moment it is hard.
It can't be.
We all do it. We all procrastinate. We're all human.
I procrastinate a lot.
We all do. We're all
Yeah.
human. It's okay. We all do. But then again, it's just a matter of we learn, apply, and practice. So if we learn different techniques that we've learned or that works for our best friend, and if our best friend says, hey, do this, maybe this will work, we have to apply those techniques, right? Or in TLC, whatever it is you learn in class, and then you're applying those techniques, the more you practice it, the better you'll get at it. And then the less procrastinating will happen. You guys see how my calendar looks like, and I live by my calendar. And if it's not because of how hopefully rigid we are with our time or boundaries we have with our students and our time, then that's hopefully going to lead to having an easier day, a smoother transition into each appointment versus maybe procrastinating, maybe killing time, maybe not doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? And I can just imagine what that would look like as a student. If you have an hour gap, if you have time between classes, what should we be doing?
We should be studying.
Yeah. I would recommend definitely take a nap, definitely feed your belly, drink some water for sure. Maybe go for a walk if it's a nice, beautiful, sunny day outside. But then when we do all that, maybe we socialize with our friends, let's get to studying. Let's get to getting that research paper done. You know?
Yeah.
No, because I know, like, at times, it's easier said than done a lot of times. Because it would be, like, one day you procrastinate, then the next you're like, oh, no, I'll do better. Like, I've seen how this leads to me getting, a 0, an F, a B. But then you just keep repeating the cycle. What would you recommend to people who keep repeating and repeating and can't seem to stop the bad habits?
The same way we're doing the bad habits and the same way we're repeating the bad habits, if we just do the good habit, if we just practice a better habit once, then that maybe can lead into, okay, tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then next day. And then on and on and on and so forth. The same way we're doing the bad habits constantly because we learn them one day and then we continue. We can learn a good habit and then we could just practice. We continue to practice and do that good habit so that it becomes natural.
Like routine.
Routine. It just comes natural to you to just be better.
Be better.
Have less anxiety. Have less depression. Procrastinate less. Take care of yourself more. Care about yourself, right? Those positive self-affirmations that if we care about ourselves, we're going to care to get things done on time, to sleep well, to do my homework on time so then I can go and hang out in the weekend and have time with my family, with my friends, doing whatever it is that you want to do instead of Saturday night, no, I can't go. I'm sorry. I got to get my homework done.
Exactly. Yeah. So, are there any campus resources or academic support programs that students should take advantage of before midterms?
Yes, please. Okay. So, for instance, one that I recommend the most, students don't really put too much attention to. Maybe they have test anxiety. Maybe they have learning challenges, and maybe you need accommodations. Maybe you're eligible for said accommodations. So the Office of Specialized Services, OSS, that's maybe a department that you are going to want to look into if it applies, right? Like if you're eligible. But other than that, the tutoring center, SI, supplemental instruction, counseling center, student government, right? SAB, just in case there's any activities or things that you can do for self-care, right? To get your mind off of things.
And then there's the Learning Commons, too.
The Learning Commons, the Writing Center, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Tutor.com. And then, looking into like maybe Instagram to seeing like what events are happening, what clubs, right? Like what clubs have things going on, maybe sororities and fraternities, what do they have going on? Different departments, different schools to see like, hey, maybe the professional studies or the STEM building is throwing an event or is having whatever it is, career fair, grad school fair, whatever it is, studying abroad opportunity, anything to just assist you with, okay, this is how I'm going to help myself balance school so that I can do better, so that I can procrastinate less. I can have things that I look forward to, right? Like self-care or a fun event, and then focus on what you need to focus on.
I know sometimes it's a lot harder to do all this, to reach out and things like that. Do you have any tips on like how to make things easier?
It's hard. So it's difficult asking questions in class, right? Some students aren't as outspoken and they're shy and they don't get the help that they need. But if only we could try our best to communicate, whether that's in class or during office hours, or just saying yes to the help that's provided, right? So like if a program reaches out and says, hey, I think you might benefit from ABCXYZ, it's allowing yourself to be open-minded and saying yes. Like, okay, you know what? I think this is going to help me. I think going to the writing center is going to help me with my research paper. Let me just do it. Let me go forward. Let me say yes to the opportunity, say yes to the support, say yes to the help that they're giving me, the assistance, the free. Although, of course, you guys are paying your tuition and all of that encompasses, right? So if for those of us that are not utilizing these resources and support, it's like all we're doing is paying to go to class, but we have the counseling center, we have TLC, we have the gym, right? Everything that's here on campus is for you guys.
Exactly.
And it's a part of your tuition, so why not take advantage of it?
Right. If you see an opportunity, take advantage of it 100%.
Yes.
So what was it like being a part of OSP before going into the trio learning?
Yes. So I was an OSP student myself. So in Kane, when I went to Kane for undergrad, it was called EOF, I believe, like EOF.
Yeah.
But I guess it prepared me. It prepared me for college life, right? Coming in that summer, getting extra credits and being ahead, right? Compared to all the incoming freshmen that had no idea what was going on. I remember in my orientation to college class, which was transition to Kane at Kane, T2K, I was so prepared and I was just so ahead and I knew everything, right, that there was to know so far.
No, that's right.
That in that scavenger hunt that they do at the beginning of school, I won it. And I won like a $25 gift card because I already knew what was happening. And like all those questions that they asked in the scavenger hunt, I knew the answers. So I liked being part of EOF because it prepared me to start school. And then it was like that extra, right, portion of advisement that regular students don't get. Because in some schools, it's not a requirement to go see your advisor.
Yeah.
You don't have holds on your accounts. In some schools, you do it all on your own. So I think that for me, being part of EOF, it was definitely very helpful, supportive, and they guided me in the right direction.
Do you have like any advice for anyone in EOF or even in TLC?
Advice in general?
Yeah, just in general.
I would say be healthy, right? Let's make healthier decisions, healthier choices. Let's try. Our ultimate goal is to be our true, authentic selves, right? So trying to be honest, open-minded, figuring out what we're passionate about. Another resource we haven't even mentioned is the Career Center. The Career Center is there, room 124 in G-Sub, and they assist you with assessments and figuring out what you want to do in grad school, what you want to do in life.
Exactly.
So yeah, trying to figure out what you're passionate about so that way when you're done with the exams, when you're done with the classes, with the 120 credits you need to graduate, it's okay, what's next?
What's next?
What do I need to do after this? Getting a job. So maybe doing an internship I would recommend too. But yeah, getting a job that you love, right? Because as cliche as it sounds, it's very true that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, right? Because if you love getting to work and finishing your day, it doesn't feel like an actual job. It just feels like, oh, I'm getting paid to do what I love.
Exactly.
Right? So I would recommend trying. It's hard, especially with real life out here in 2025. It's really, really hard to find something that we love to do. But these college years, these experiences, hopefully should be helping and assisting with what we want to do in the future. And even if when we graduate, we want to change completely and do something completely different, it's okay to pivot. That's fine. Be kind with yourselves. Go to therapy. Have a good group of friends. Love yourselves.
Right.
Graduate.
Yes.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being with us today, Stephanie. You are, once again, you are doing an amazing job here on campus. You are making us so proud. We are so incredibly
Yes.
Thank
of
you
you.
guys.
So,
Thank you guys for being the best. I appreciate
yeah,
it.
so until then, we'll be back with more episodes with OSP.
Whoop, whoop.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.